Hello, everyone. Welcome to my show. Autumn is here. I'm so glad you're here today. Today we have a caregiver, and you know how I love to talk to caregivers because everyone's story is different. So today we have this Miss Sara Jackson, aka Sarah without the H. She's here to tell her story and share her story with us and to help other caregivers. So please welcome her to the show. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm so glad that you take the time to do this. I understand that you're in Texas.
Yes, I actually for the past 7 years have lived in California, in Los Angeles,
Oh,
or LA. But for the past give or take 9 or 10 months, I've been at first it started off back and forth to Houston to help my mom, but
okay.
I've been here kind of full time for that 6 months.
Oh, okay. Okay, good, good, good. All right. So first, let's start off with just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, me, I am born and raised here in Houston, and always been a person that was very like outgoing. I'm extreme extrovert. I'm a theater kid, um, and it was always my dream, like, kind of go to Hollywood, go to LA. And
Yes.
when I was almost 40, I decided, throw caution to the wind and go. And so I went. But I found myself, being more behind the scenes because I got more intrigued in that world of it, and, I that's been, like, my life. I've produced, from TV to, been on movie sets and helped with different shows, so it just has been a blast for me.
Very
I really love that.
Oh, good, good. It's good to find what you love. So that's
Mhm.
great. So great. So now you're back in Texas. So tell me a little bit about caregiving and who are you caring for?
Oh, for my mom, my mom, until I told her she'll be 76 this year. Yeah. But she looks amazing. And my mom has always throughout my life always been every performance. She's always showed up for me, and she ended up having to have a couple of surgeries, and then she had a big fall here. And so showing up for her, being
Okay.
here for her as she needs, to do it. It's it's been a struggle because she's very independent.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. But she's so now so she has physical issues where you
Oh,
help.
yes, her, she when she walks, she's kind of bent over now, and then her knees, she really needs a two total knee replacements, but
Um,
my mother is saved, sanctified, and she says she ain't doing that. They ain't taking her knees. So it's just like, she's mainly like, it, I try to help her more because everything's a little bit slower for her now.
Okay, okay, okay. So how is that with you? Because people get into caregiving and they do it with their heart because they're gonna take care of their parent or their loved one, and sometimes it's more than what they thought it was. So how is that with you? Like, are you learning as you go along, or what has changed in your thought process of what this would look like?
Um, I don't think that I ever thought I would be the kid because I have an older sister. I always thought that
Okay.
kind of my older sister would be like that one, but she's not available for whatever reason. So, put your big girl drawers on and, and help out. And it's been kind of a struggle because I'm not into a lot of the sign stuff and everything, little zodiac and everything. But I'm September 3rd, my mother is September 15th. We we butt heads kind of. But we're very two strong personalities, but what it is teaching me
Mhm.
is how to kind of humble yourself, and like
Mhm.
I don't have to be right all the time.
Mhm.
It's like I think a part of helping, it started off me helping her, but
Mm.
is helping me a lot as well, like deal with my ego, deal with, what I say go, or if you want my help and woo woo woo, it's not that like chill. Chill, like being there, being open to give us that because it's very frustrating for her not being able to do some of those things. So I know that a lot of it is misplaced type of anger at times. And at first it was like I said, it was a little struggle, but now I'm getting more into I'll just go outside. I like learning to take breathers. I'm learning to protect your own sanity for a minute, okay?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Well, sometimes it's a struggle, but some days you have good days, some days you have bad days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any other support? Yeah. Whether it's from a relative or whether it's from an outside agency or something like that. Do you have any support?
My cousin Jonathan, he has been amazing. He does all the heavy lifting because one of the things that happened while I was here helping, I got sick and I found out that I have an ungodly amount of fibroid tumors. And so I'm struggling with that, dealing with different, with pain and kind of like delaying my treatment in the source because I don't want to be unavailable or down.
Oh, well.
Right, but he does our when you go to Sam's or in Costco or whatever, he's the one lifting all the heavy waters. He's the one helping me out when things that I can't really do and everything. So
Yeah.
he is he is the best, and he's single, ladies. Okay, he's 35 and single. He's 62. Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, that's great. That's great that you have help. Have you looked into any, like during the day, does your mother go to any adult daycares and stuff like that?
She goes to the
Citizens?
I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. She goes to the senior center here.
Okay.
It's the third ward senior center, and she'll go and play bingo with them, and they get prizes like dishwashing liquid, but they love it. You know, they'll get they'll come in, they'll get some people get diapers. It's a whole situation.
Okay.
I don't know who's the prize patrol over there, but they're but they have car services sometimes for them and everything like that. So she loves it.
She loves it. Okay. Okay.
And she's the young one
Uh-huh.
at
Oh,
79.
right, right, right. Exactly, exactly, exactly. How has this helped you though? How has it helped you either look at life differently or get things in order? Because like when your mom took ill or needed your help, did you know her situation or her personal business? If she had good medical coverage, where she went to the doctor? Did you know any of that stuff?
I knew some of it, and I think because I had been gone for all those years, like I wasn't really up to date and I had to learn very fast,
Mm.
and um it was a little difficult because sometimes she thought she would tell me something and she didn't tell me, and then I get yelled at because I have a problem with my memory, but then it's kind of because I know like you didn't tell me that, but instead of arguing, I'm learning
Yeah.
I don't have to debate everything.
Right, right, right.
Just get the information, have it, and roll with it. It will solve a lot of things. So now I never really wanted to in the past to really know a lot of like the paperwork, like the real like
Hmm.
things, accounts or anything like that, because I think to me it would kind of trigger that at some point she won't be here and I get and I never want somebody try to mention it or something. I'm rebuking them in the name of Jesus. Like, I don't leave me alone. But kind of. Oh, I can't even already talk about it right now because my mom's like, other than God, my mother's been the most consistent person like in my life. So it's kind of
Yeah, it's hard.
that superwoman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you got there's things you have to know.
There's things that you have to know, especially their business and things like that. It's helpful, especially to know the medical coverage and things like that. What are you having a tough time with?
Trying to uh I've had a tough time with not being enough for her.
Mm,
Like I want to be more than what she needs, and she just want me just to be. And I just, and I think I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. Like even when she decided to get other people's help
mm,
instead of asking me,
mm,
I feel some type of way because I feel like I can take care of everything, and it's like, well, that's part of my mom. I guess that's in me because my mom was like that. She gonna take care of everything, and I just want to be the best
mm.
daughter slash caregiver slash appointment setter, like, ever. And it's like, she just want me to be Sarah,
Uh-huh. Oh, that's sweet.
you know?
Sometimes I learned in caregiving, we have to redirect and we have to reassess the situation and who we are to this person at this time, and sometimes we have to just not, we can't, our heart wants us to do everything and be everything.
Yeah.
Okay. But we have to be realistic. You can't because just like you said, you're taking care of your mom, and of course she's independent, but whatever she needs, you're trying to get for her. But you have an illness that you have to take care of and deal with too. And if you're not any good, how can you help her? So you're going to have to step back and take some time to deal with your situation too, so you can be as best as you can, but your heart wants you to be there for her, and she's like, just I'm okay, just do, be my daughter. But of course you have to take some charge and take some charge in the business and stuff like that of her and the welfare of her. But you also have to take some welfare and some business in the welfare of you. So that's one of the things. So sometimes you have to either look for help in another way, in other ways. People who will be with her when you can go to the doctor and take care of yourself, or some people that just can give you a break. And sometimes you can do that. It doesn't have to be uh a family member, because it's not always a family member. It could be somebody in the community, it could be your church, or somebody your church has set up things like that, and other things like that. So you can do that. So sometimes it helps to kind of plan so you can get some wanting relief, and then you can also check yourself out and take care of yourself. So yeah.
Very important.
And don't feel guilty about that. You know what I mean? Because she's going to want you to be well too. You got to remember that. She cares about you just as much as you care about her. Okay. So you got to remember that. So how has that impacted your work? Has it?
Well, I do a lot of remote things. Like I I edit from a place, and I worked talent coordinator for a couple of shows. So a lot of things I still can do kind of like remotely. In a couple of weeks, actually, I have to go back to LA for an event. But for a couple different projects and everything. But so I just getting everything scheduled and making sure everything is together. So um yeah, like my life like abruptly changed. So it just from living situations to everything. It's a lot going on.
Come on, yeah, it's a lot going on. Does your who you work for know that you're going through it, or you
Mhm.
just don't say anything? Oh, okay.
Some of my clients do.
The clients know that you're going through. Okay, okay. You'd be surprised how many people actually can relate to that. So, but some people don't say anything, but a lot of
Yeah.
people can relate to it. So, yeah. So how does this? Let me ask you. You're creative. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does this impact you at all in that? As I'm creative, I'm a writer, and when my mom first went through it, I happened to be asked to do a play for somebody, write a play for someone, and I asked them, well, what group they wanted it for their group, and I said, well, what are the age range? And when because the age range was older, and I was going through what I was going through with my mom, I wrote something based on that, that walked into my world, you know what I mean? So because you're a creator also, how does that impact your world? How does that do you use anything that you're going through in your work?
Well, I had been going for so long. I didn't know I really actually needed rest.
Uh,
And so it actually provided for a place for me, like, kinda, like, sit down, be still, and focus on one thing, and
yeah,
so
yeah.
I used to have bad, insomnia down here a lot. I because my brain just constantly I'm thinking about everything, I'm thinking about, like, putting this together, and it was like, God, like, chill. And so now it's like, I've come up with, like, a new direction in my life, and the project that I'm, currently, establishing and getting, I'm working on so I can, establish actually this nonprofit,
Mhm.
it never would've come to fruition, or I never would have had time to really cultivate it
Yeah.
if I was still running around doing everything. And then, this project, that project, and I think God had to get me silent in order for him to breathe this project into me. So I think that it has right now in my life, I'm exactly where I need to be, and
Mhm.
you could not have paid me $1,000,000 for me to last year to think that this would be my life right now
Oh, okay.
at all.
Okay. Okay. But see, there's also some good things that come out of this, if you just kind of go with it. There's some people that won't step up and be a caregiver to their parent for whatever reason. And people think that it's kind of like all negative or it's just overbearing or whatever. But there are some good things that come out of it, and that
Yeah,
not only that you're there to care for your parent, but maybe it's a time for you to reflect and redirect your life and stuff like that. So that's really
that hard stop is something else though.
good.
And I'm like, "What is going on?" Oh, like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's hard to stop what we're doing or what we've planned to do, and sometimes God has another plan for us, So
yeah, I'll go with his, over mine any day. Like, mine get a little shaky sometimes, be like,
yeah. Okay. So let me ask you, is there anything that you would say to someone in that position that, has to make a decision like that to care for their loved one abruptly, or someone that's out there that is a giver that's going through it and kind of in the beginnings of it and doesn't know what to do? Is there any advice that you would give them, any suggestion, anything that you've learned that, you wish you had that you didn't have in the beginning, but you have now, you want to share it?
"I love your choice." Yeah, I love your choice,
Mm.
and have fun, and, like, kind of it's an opportunity for you to, cherish everything. Like, one of my favorite scriptures is, "For we know that all things work together for the good," right?
Right.
Even the arguments that I've had, unfortunately, but the good times, the laughing, the joking, everything like that, I know oh, Jesus. I know that it's happening for a reason, and I wanna enjoy the time
Yeah.
because you don't ever know when that time runs out, you know?
Right.
And everybody's like, I everybody, like, crying at funerals and stuff. "Oh, I wish I had one more day," and everything like that, which you do. Well, what did you do with the day that you had? You know what I'm saying? Enjoy them,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And allow that, and then try to bring as much peace as possible, because when you carry peace, you bring peace into every situation, and you'll find that you allow God to breathe through the situation,
Hmm.
and it comes. easier. And it's just perfect analogy. My godmother used to always, she used to have this big old, them boat Cadillacs, them big old school Cadillacs.
Yeah.
And we would be out in the country. And even though we was on a country road, we would love the roughest roads because it was like we were floating, like we were like you're living like a ride, and we, instead of like holding on to something and getting stiff, we would be like, wee, you were having so much fun. And some of the rockiest road provides like the craziest, funnest rides, and we knew we were safe. We our feet we didn't feel the harshness of the road
Mhm.
because we were safe.
Right.
And we were at peace, having a good time on a road that if we would have walked it ourselves,
Right.
it would have been a tragedy. But because we're safe and we're in the car, we're good. So long as I stay in the arms of God, you're totally good. It's all good.
It's all good.
It's all good. I sometimes I regret like some of the days where we got into arguments or something like that. 'Cause I feel like I wasted time, but it also made us it made us stronger because we're able to talk about things now.
Okay.
Talk things out, and also for me, it's giving me a greater sense of letting stuff go. Now I just that don't bother me as much as they used to. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Oh, that's awesome. So you get to spend more time with them and you get to learn each other a little bit better and
Yeah,
enjoy the
it's
time.
really fascinating.
Good.
And I didn't know that if mad enough, she can't cuss. Oh, you can't. She got a couple words in there. Okay. I don't tell her I told you that. Not.
Oh,
But thank you for having a show like people express themselves. Like I didn't, sometimes you get in your little box, you think that nobody else is like everybody going along with their lives when people
yeah.
experience these things like every day.
Yeah, that's why I started this because I thought it was just me and there's a lot of people going through in different ways, but there's a lot going and it helps to hear other people's stories and it helps to, talk to different people in the healthcare industry that has support and help for this. So it's really good. So thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it. I really enjoyed this interview and I really appreciate it. And I wish you the best with your mom. Continue to learn and grow with her and just enjoy each other.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. This Go Rockets. Go Rockets.
All right. Hey, Sarah without the H. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.